I'm with SNS Matchmakers, Street of Twin promotion in the building here at Deontay Wilder and Denise Ortiz Fight Week. How you ladies doing?
We're great. We're excited.
First of all, let's recognize you look stunning today.
Thank you.
Representing as always. Let them know what you're wearing and everything, you know.
Well, I have on Roberto Cavalli sneakers. They're called Just Cavalli. Also, I have on Printed. Is that how you pronounce it?
Printed, I think. I went to France and they had a special edition of these scarves and the purses, and so I wanted to represent France. So I got these. So we're wearing all Printed, and if you're French and we're saying it, please call in and tell us how to say it correctly. And I'm also
we're representing European designers.
European designers, that's true, because we're also wearing Versace. So those two. And Memphis, and this is Ralph Lauren, and these are Target. Yay!
And these are Walmart.
So high-low dressing every day.
So apart from, high-level businesswomen, you also fashionistas in the game, representing, your promotions and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it's supposed to be. Let them know how long has SNS Matchmakers and Street of Twin Promotions been active in the sport of boxing.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Well, SS Boxing Matchmakers, almost 10 years. Street of Twin Promotions just went into fruition a couple of months ago, back in April.
In April,
yeah.
Yes.
So we're happy, excited about everything that's going to come under the umbrella of Street of Twin Boxing Promotions.
Speaking of that umbrella, y'all hailing out of Memphis, Tennessee, right?
Right.
How is that? You trying to bring light and notoriety back to that boxing footprint?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, we are. And
in Memphis, Tennessee, we have one of the largest professional boxing events ever, with the Tyson and Lennox Lewis fight, and people forget that, and so we're trying to bring that back. Yes, and so we started that. Go ahead, Randa.
And also, if you've been hearing about Memphis, has been listed as having one of the $4 billion
we have
construction going on in the downtown area, which I feel, is my perception, that it's going to open up doors for Memphis to bring in very large events, like events that we attend here in Las Vegas, Beverly Hills, LA, and New York.
So our aim is for those events to be sporting events. And what we're doing in Memphis, and actually the Mid-South area, not just Memphis, but Mississippi, also Georgia, hopefully Alabama, is we are building up the amateur ranks so that the professionals will have a good group of new fighters to choose from to make it into the pros. So we're starting from the beginning. In fact, a couple of years ago, Sam Watson, who is one of our dear colleagues, we recognized him as being, as Randa calls it,
an unknown jewel
from Memphis, Tennessee. He's the face of Al Heyman. And they're very, very large in the boxing game, and he's been very kind to us. We gave him the key to the city of Memphis. And a state proclamation. And that's where it all began, with the reclamation of amateur and professional boxing in Memphis, Tennessee.
Spoken from true professionals. It couldn't be summed up any better. You're taking fighters from the grassroots in Memphis and raising them up. You're here in Fight Week this weekend. What brings you to this event?
Well, we are friends of Deontay Wilder, and to add to what Dr. K mentioned, Deontay Wilder also came to Memphis in the blizzard and ice
Yes, he did.
to congratulate Sam and also be a boost, a mentor to help, like
Bring up the amateur range.
boxing
Yeah.
and professional boxing, and also validating it as well.
That was the first year of the Sam Watson Amateur Invitational Boxing event, and Deontay was there for it. In fact, the snow was so heavy, we had to cancel it. He still came there, went to La Bonheur, spoke to each and every child,
And adult.
staff member, and adult there. So Memphis is 100% behind Deontay Wilder.
Heavyweight
2 words, I can
champion
attest to
of the
that.
world.
The champ do stay around and talk to the
Yes.
kids, give interviews to the
Yes.
last minute.
Yes.
Yes, and he is, as I said to him, and Randa did too, he is going to be great. He is the greatest heavyweight champion right now that
Of
we
the
have
world.
of the world, but he's also going to be great for his humanitarian efforts. I told him, you're going to be a great human being. You're going to excel boxing, and that's what he's doing every day.
As, you know something, adding to what you're saying, not only is he doing that, well, when I say doing it, you can see it. He's not
Yes.
just saying it. You
He
see it
lives
on
it.
a day-to-day basis. Even people who would have never thought that they could just touch a heavyweight champion.
Yes.
He makes them believe it's
Yes.
possible.
He's very personable. Like,
Yeah.
what did he do to you yesterday?
Oh, yesterday, as a matter of fact,
Yes.
he had finished the face-off,
Okay.
and he was going up the steps.
This was at the weigh-in.
This was at the weigh-in,
Right,
And
uh-huh.
I was sitting right at the bottom, and he was going to his interview. And I reached out and I said, Deontay, he looked. He said, hey, girl, where's your sister? I'm like, wait a minute, what about me? But anyway,
That's what they say to me too. They don't say hello. They say,
Yeah.
"Where is your sister?"
but people in that area, they were like, wow, he knows you have a sister?
Yes.
I said, yeah, we know he have a brother. So we're proud of the Wilder family that's taking over boxing, putting the South on the map.
Yes.
Because we feel the South has been ignored.
Yes. The South is rising again in boxing. It is. I mean, from Deontay Wilder
To Marcellus.
Marcellus Wilder, and you have Tank, who's going to have a great fight in Atlanta in December. So the South is rising in boxing. We know we're not one of the maximum places now, but watch out. We're coming.
And I have
We're
one-
coming for you,
And
Las
I have
Vegas
one
and New
question.
York.
I have one question.
Yeah.
Okay, Tank is from Baltimore, Bmore.
Be more.
Bmore, is that considered the
South.
I know.
It's the South.
I know, but I'm thinking about the line.
It is
right at
south
that-
of the Mason-Dixon line.
That's the question.
For
I
you
was
people who are
asking.
in Maryland, yes, you are Southerners too. And people in D.C., you are Southerners too.
Classic, classic, classic. It's good to see y'all spearheading your own promotions. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? Especially two black women in the business of promoting and
Yes.
doing it well.
Thank
With
you.
First and
Thank you.
foremost, you represent yourself appearance-wise, and also you're educated and you understand the game.
Yes.
So that's where I'm asking you what brings you here, you know, putting your faces out there, interacting with other people that you're going to be working with.
Right.
You know, big names, of course.
Exactly.
So that we will see you here on this stage.
Yes, yes. Whenever we hear about fights, we understand that most of the business takes place before the fight. And so we make sure to get here before the fight, to go to any fights they may have that are preliminary before the fight, because that gives us a chance to get in there and meet trainers, to meet other promoters,
up-and-coming
matchmakers, up and coming prospects. And so we mainly come, of course, to support the fighters, but also to do that networking that's so valuable and that Randa is so good at. You're such a
Thank
good
you.
networker.
Well, thank you for telling me that. But I always try to say that she's great at what she's doing all of the time. I think we piggyback on each
Yes.
other. So
She's way more personable than I am, and I'm way more not personable than she is.
Unpersonal, impersonal, you know, around those lines.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely a pleasure to meet y'all for the first time out here in the boxing arena. You know, the community of your peers.
Yes.
You know, because you out here working also and establishing your brand, which is great. Any predictions for the main event, ladies?
ooh, well,
Yes.
all I have to say, don't blink.
Yes.
Anything can change in less than a second.
That is
with
very true.
Wilder and Ortiz.
Yes.
Especially with Wilder.
Yes.
Because he sets up the moment for you to just sit and say, what should I do next? Can I
Right.
leave? Can I
Yes.
blink?
Yes.
Or do I just need to stay here with my eyes just
Yes.
open like how you're looking at me
Yes.
now?
It's like King Kong fighting Godzilla. Anybody could win at any second, but definitely some damage is going to happen.
What do you call the animal that was in what was the name of the dinosaur movie?
Yes,
That's
he's a
what-
raptor.
That's what
Yes,
Deontay Wilder
Deontay,
is.
because
He's
he's
a
very
tall
tall
and lean. But strong and fast.
athletic. And then you have the other one,
Ortiz.
Ortiz, who is just stout and big and muscular, and they're both just powerful guys, and they both have the same story. They both have daughters with disabilities or health issues, so
That's
they're out there
wonderful.
fighting for their
Yeah.
families, and they're both just great gentlemen, great guys. So it's really hard to kind of choose
It's
one.
hard to choose, but with Ortiz walking into the weigh-in, clean cut to
Yeah,
the
he's cut
max.
some of that.
Even
Yes.
Wilder mentioned, "Hey, you're in shape."
Right.
So it looks like the plan is to give the spectators
The fight they're
the
looking
best
for.
fight that they're looking for.
Yes, I think we're really going to see a fight. And I know the last time when they fought, Wilder kind of was caught in a whirlwind for a second, and we were going crazy on the sidelines. And he said he had to really focus in, and he had been doing some meditation, so he was able to get out of that.
He had to meditate while he was clinching on to Ortiz. Think about how tiring it was.
Yeah.
For both fighters. Ortiz is having to hold this guy up that
Right.
has gone into a whirlwind and meditating and holding on for dear life
Yes.
to get himself back in order to
Yeah.
continue to finish off the fight. Tonight, you guys, this fight is going to be the ultimate. You better watch it. If you
Definitely.
don't watch it, you will be lost forever.
Yes, you'll be missing it. You'll miss a great event.
It's going to be a thriller. A lot of high energy for this fight card.
Yes.
Yes, it
over
is.
here at MGM Grand. And I know you all here, you're only going to contribute to that. Let the fight fans know those amazing cards you've been a part of in the history of sport of boxing.
Oh my
Right
goodness. Well, the very latest one is the one that was in Augusta.
In Augusta, yeah, we matched Justin DeLoach with his opponent. That was.
He was from Africa.
Yeah, it was from Africa.
I'm
It's
sorry,
so-
I'm not the.
It's so many
She's the
fighters.
person.
I can't remember all names, but I do remember faces.
Okay.
But that particular card gave the southern area a chance to get ready to start performing on your larger cards.
Okay.
Yes.
So it was an honor for us to represent the South and do it right.
Right.
But in reference to all the other fights, we've done so many and have attended
Oh my goodness, for years.
so many fights.
But really, when we're going back to what our goal is, really, it's the deconstruction of boxing. Because we understand, a lot of people have told us, hey, we want you to come in and we want you to do it right. So sometimes you have to tear down to build up. So that's what we're doing. We're building from the bottom up. And so we really take our time to make sure that we are matching fights both on the amateur and the professional level accurately and fairly, so that it truly is an athletic event, so that you know that anybody can win, that you know that it is a fair fight, that is a part of our goal. And we just matched a bunch of amateurs in Memphis about a month ago for the Bluff City Classic, and they said that was one of the best matched fights they've seen ever at the amateur level. So that's what we're trying to do, is to build it from the bottom up and to actually go with our fighters on that journey. We have one right now who has left Memphis. He's in Augusta,
He's
training
with
to move forward.
John Owens, Paul Williams, and
Paul the
JB.
Punisher Williams.
Yeah,
Paul the Punisher Williams.
Yes.
And what we have encountered during this journey,
Yes.
there are fighters who they're saying this is what they want to do. But once you get them to a certain point, you're seeing a lot of them,
They're lost.
they're lost.
They don't know what
They
else
don't know
to do.
what to do, or they don't want to do it because they're afraid. They don't want to
Right.
make that next step. And Roderick Gilkey, he's young. He made the next step. We know he's gonna make mistakes along the way. That comes with life.
Right.
But he is making the correct step to be the map for other Memphians first,
Yes, and
then the
Southerners
surrounding
and the surrounding
areas to follow.
Yes, and another thing, what Randa is, she's being very nice and not talking about it, but fighters reach out to her on a daily basis because they're lost. They may be either an amateur fighter or usually they're pro fighters who have gotten to a certain point. They did it incorrectly. They didn't have the right team around them, and now they're looking for somebody to help them get to the next level. And so she's really been able to consult with them, and that's one of our strengths, is being able to really talk with the fighters and help them understand the reality of this game, understand the reality of what their strengths and what their weaknesses are, so they can move forward and really try to hit where they're trying to be as an athlete. And I think that although she's not talking about it, she really is able to talk with them and really
I can
strike.
say
She
what
can.
people are afraid to
Yes,
say.
and they love her for it.
And
I don't get it.
we're trying to get them to realize there's a time limit. You don't
Yes.
have time to waste.
Yes.
And fighters that have messed up, or these super grown fighters that's 30, 34, still amateur,
Yeah.
it's hard to get them to see, hey,
Yeah.
it's time for you to cross over so you can start making some money.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
you love the sport, but hey, it's a business.
Yes.
But
And it's
with
brutal,
us,
but
we
it's
care.
beautiful if you do it right.
But with us, we care. And we
Yes.
care about you making the correct steps, not making the wrong steps, which
Yes.
can add another 2 or 3 to 5 years of you trying to correct it. And then some people can't correct it. Your
Right.
career's over.
Yeah, and when it's over, it's so important to exit, because it's life and death every time you walk into that ring. And that's what we think about when we're talking with the fighters, is not only the money, but your health. Because we know every time you walk in there, you could end up being taken out on a stretcher. We've been at many fights where stretchers have gone right next to
past
us,
our
and we're seeing the guy, and everybody's quiet because that person could truly be hurt for life, or they could have ended their lives. So we really take it very seriously.
And y'all seem to acquire the same message together as a team.
Yes.
You know, the message is pretty much in sync as far as what your projection is in the boxing, which is great. That's the way it's supposed to be. When can we see you all putting on another amateur card in your city, or you going to take it outside those state lines?
Amateur or professional?
He said amateur.
Okay,
Amateur.
with amateur, right now, the date is a set date with USA Boxing. It's always
For the Bluff City Classic.
It's the Bluff City Classic, which will always be the last Sunday
In
in September.
All right.
Yes.
As far as professional fights, we are seeking out Premier Boxing, Top Rank, Golden Boy. We want them to know that Memphis is ready. Memphis
Yes.
is ready to fill up your FedEx Forum, your what's the name of the place at U of M? Well, U of M campus. Memphis is ready, but Memphis don't want you to bring just anything.
Yes.
Memphis is ready for what we see on TV.
Yes.
Y'all hear that, fighters? Don't come to the Street of Twins half-stepping.
We don't bluff. That's what. That's
Yes.
It might
Yes.
be Bluff City Classic, but don't come up to these Street of Twins bluffing.
Yeah.
Right.
Bluff.
Exactly.
got it.
Exactly. Yes.
Any final words to any of your supporters out there, your fans who support the Street of Twin promotions? You know, where can they follow you all at?
Okay.
Reach out to you.
Okay.
You can go under Street of Twin Boxing Promotions, SS Boxing Matchmakers. and-
.com.
Yeah. Or
Yes.
Randa Patton Streeter on Facebook or Randa Streeter on Instagram.
You can
Okay?
also go to On the Couch with Dr. K or Dr. K on the Couch on Facebook and Instagram. I am a licensed professional school psychologist, and that's another element we try to bring to the
Yes.
boxers, is really talking about their mental state, because boxing is a mental game. That's why when
It's
you
more
see
so
some
mental
boxers
than
who
physical.
don't make it, and they start talking about all the things that have happened with them, that's important, because if you get in that ring and you start thinking about your dog who died, and you get upset and you get unfocused, you're going to get punched in the face.
Right.
So we really try to help them work the biggest muscle, that brain, so they can gain that focus. But Scotty, first of all, we want to thank you for recognizing us
we do.
and recognizing what we do. We recognize what you do, and we're fans of you.
Thank you very much. I truly appreciate that. Being behind the camera, you know,
Stop
usually
blushing.
Yes.
Hey, I'll take it as I feel it. You know, my
Yeah.
heart is warm right now. It's all good. But I totally appreciate you ladies and what
Thank
you're doing,
you.
what you
Appreciate
represent.
you.
Just represent yourselves out here in a male-dominated,
Yeah.
Yes.
you know,
women.
landscape.
Yeah.
Well,
And
women
you know-
ruling.
Yes.
And it seems like y'all doing very well
Thank you.
at rising to the top. So,
Thank you.
for those of you that tuned in, make sure you look the Street of Twin promotions up.
Yes.
If you're fighters, hey, if you
Yes.
feel that Memphis and this promotion is somebody you want to reach out to, go ahead and do it.
For sure. We will contact you back within 24. Well, she will contact you back within 20.
Contact you. Well, look at me.
Yeah.
Contact you back within an hour.
Yes, that's true. She's very responsive.
Amazing interview, ladies.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
I wouldn't have recognized you all walking past because this is the first time I've seen you all without the glasses
Oh,
and
yeah.
with your dress on. I wouldn't have recognized you anyway.
See, this is the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Hey, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Y'all had to
Yes.
get yourselves right. I understand. Hey, do what you have to do. That's what it's
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
No half stepping when it comes to the Street of Twins. Salute to you from World Combat Sports. Enjoy
Yes.
your
so
time
much.
out here at MGM.
Okay.
Much appreciated for the first time meeting you and much success.
Thank
Thank
you
you so much.
And
Thank
Shout out to
success
Memphis.
you.
Same to you.